All right, guys, so I think it's time that I'll finally get on here and share my story of how I made over 100K in one day and built up a six-figure digital product business where I only had to work literally like 5 minutes a day on it. And I ended up selling that, and that's how I made over 100K in a day. And so essentially, I'll just give you guys this super short story here. I was following the traditional path, doing what everybody else was doing, dropped out of college, and wanted to be a music artist. And I really worked on that for a while. And I just really got tired of being a starving artist. And then I had one of my really good friends at the time. His name was Chris. I met him at Starbucks one day, and we just instantly connected over entrepreneurship and like personal development and stuff. And I was just starting to get into that. So I was like really excited and everything. It was really new and fresh. And it just felt so exciting because everyone else and around, where I'm from was just doing the same thing and following the traditional path. And so it was like super refreshing to connect with him. And we just started meeting up at Starbucks consistently and working on some, business ideas, nothing super crazy, and just trying things and just talking about mindset and personal development, hitting the gym together. Such an awesome time to look back on. And then time went on and we started kind of not growing apart, but we weren't hanging out as much. And then Chris basically like went ghost for like a year and didn't really like hang out with hardly anyone. And then after a year, he had sent me a DM on Instagram and was like, hey man, we should hang out soon. It's been a long time. And so we linked back up and he started showing me what he was doing with e-commerce and drop shipping. And he was like traveling the world, went to Australia, just bought a Jaguar in cash and all this really crazy stuff. I was like, whoa, dude, I'm all ears. And so he started like teaching me like what he was doing, but nothing super in depth. I bought his course and everything and started learning from his course and going through his course and learning how to drop ship and do e-commerce. And got into the Facebook group and found a community there. And it felt really good. I was still kind of doing some music as well, but wasn't all in on drop shipping. And then I was also working like almost full time delivering food. It was absolutely fucking horrible. I was working, I think Bite Squad at the time. And it was just terrible. I was working late, driving around, delivering food, and just hating my life and kind of just longing to make a change. And I was drop shipping during the time that I wasn't doing that, like learning how to build stores, build out Shopify stores, run Facebook ads, etc. This was back when Facebook ads were a lot less competitive and less expensive. But it was still late, honestly, because Chris got in even earlier, which was, I wouldn't even say the golden years, still early enough, but now it's just like kind of ridiculous if you're going to try to run Facebook ads for certain products on Facebook. It still can work, but it's just way different. Anyways, started doing that, started multiple different stores, was having trouble getting them profitable. I had one actually start getting profitable. I remember sitting at dinner one night with Chris and my phone was in my pocket and the little Shopify ding kept going off and he was like, bro, I heard that. And I was like, what? Like, what? And he was like, no, you're getting orders. And I pulled my phone out and I had like 3 orders and he was like, bro, that's really good. And I was like, I guess, like, I don't know what I'm doing. And so we went back to his apartment and he just like started tweaking my ads for me and stuff. And it was like a temporary, like seasonal product. So it actually died pretty quickly. Yeah, that was that. And then I kind of was just like, I kind of had given up after like 4 or 5 stores. I was like, damn, this is just not going to work. And then just kind of started doing, the music thing a little bit more. And then I actually ended up having to get a job because I had to, move out of my parents' house. Like my mom sold her house and like moved to like a travel job. Like she's a nurse and stuff. So I had to support myself more. And so I got a job selling cars and I fucking hated that. And so I did that for a while and then basically quit on that and just went all in on music and then started investing heavily into music equipment and stuff and kind of relying on a little bit of my mom's help at the same time. And it was, I was just going deeper and deeper into debt. And I spent way too much money on like expensive music videos, etc. And I was like, all right, fuck this. Like, I'm going way into debt. Like, this doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel like what I want now. And then, so I actually started looking into business again and just like watching videos, doing research, kind of thinking, meditating on it. And then one day I was sitting alone in the little guest room of the house that I was renting, and I was like, it was like super quiet. I was just taking some time to myself, and then it hit me. I was like, oh, I can combine my music skills with my e-commerce skills and do something unique. And then I actually saw this product that this music artist was selling that actually started an e-commerce store based off of his music brand. And I was like, holy shit. Like, I'm about to make so much money. And because I didn't know at the time, I didn't have an idea of like market size and stuff like that. So I was like, I found the thing, right? And so I set it up, started running Facebook ads. They were unprofitable. But then I was DMing this guy on Instagram that I was connected with through a mutual friend. And he was like, yo, man, you should try setting up Google Merchant Center listings and then Google ads, like Google shopping ads. And I was like, really? Like, I've never thought about that. Let me try it. And so I tried it, and immediately I was profitable. I was like, holy shit, like this is working. And like, I kept getting sales. And I just kept optimizing the ads and learning how to run the ads better and better. Sort of, hiring out people to create more products, like contractors. And so they were digital products actually. So started hiring out people to do that, and then just added those into the ads and just started growing the revenue. Got the store up to over 6 figures in revenue per year, not profit, but profit was like, I don't know, it was a living. It was like $60,000 to $70,000 a year, which is like a living. And then I got it to a point where the store was like actually passive, and there was no like work that needed to be done every day, like 5 minutes a day if I wanted to like do the customer service myself. And so it was like super passive. So then I just started like, honestly, I think I got a little comfortable and just kind of let it do that. And I started focusing on other things in my life, but focusing on my health and just doing other things and traveling a little too much, spending a little too much money. And then I got scammed by this guy that's actually connected to, he does SEO, and he's actually really close with Luke Belmar. And so I trusted him, and he has a lot of followers on Instagram, which, by the way, guys, big lesson here for you to learn. Don't trust someone just because they have a lot of followers and they look like they know what they're doing. Because I spent $12.3K with this guy and saw no return, no ROI. Stupid. I lost like $12,300 paying an agency. But anyways, I got to the point where I was like, okay, I was trying more things with this store, and it just felt like it was capped. And I ended up learning that the market was actually literally capped. It was a small market, and it's like, okay, I need to get out of this store. I need to sell it. So I listed it on Flippa, and eventually I ended up selling the store and making over $100,000 profit in one day. So before I sold it, it was making money every single day passively, literally automated with Google ads and digital products, just streamlined processes. So super attractive business to a lot of people. It had some nuances to where it made it kind of difficult for some people to think about buying it, but finally ended up getting it sold. And now I'm on to new things, starting a new e-commerce brand, but also just kind of doing market research and making sure I choose a really good decision. But also I'm here to help people that are literally starting from potentially zero, kind of like where I was at, to get to that next stage, because I feel like I'm no longer at the beginning stage now. Like, I have so much experience and I've actually done some shit, so like I can help people that are getting started. So that's why I'm starting this channel and this video, also just to create a community and like connect with other entrepreneurs, because where I am from, it's very lonely because there's really no entrepreneurs here. It's just a bunch of corporate America shit around here. And honestly, I think I'm going to eventually relocate at the end of this year and move somewhere like Bali or somewhere else, maybe in the US, that has a lot more entrepreneurs in the proximity of the city. And so, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. But regardless, I'm really excited to be starting this channel and to be sharing my journey and to be giving you guys tips. This is actually this is like the new brand, Legends Lane. So essentially this brand is basically for entrepreneurs, anyone looking to be legendary in life and do things different, do great things. And so if you want to support the brand, then you can just hit the link in the description. legendslane.com is where all the clothes are if you want to rep it. Other than that, if you want one-on-one guidance on e-commerce, on how to get started with Shopify, how to run Google Ads, how to do Google listings, how to optimize SEO, then you can hit the first link in the description. And I would love to hop on a call and see if I can't help you out. But anyways, much love, guys. Let's get it.
She told me you were blessed. If you really want answer, she pushed and she pulled me. Don't feel like you owe me.